Tuesday, July 10, 2018. Lynn McConnell. Getty Images. Knowing the Rebels had the best chance to make the Investec Super Rugby playoffs would ensure the Highlanders were focused ahead of Saturday's 5:15 p.m. game in Dunedin. Highlanders assistant coach Mark Hammett said the Rebels were a big side, who ran hard while their unpredictability also had the capacity to make them dangerous. Quick tap defense will be key focus for Highlanders. They score a lot of tries. We see them attacking out of their half and next thing they've scored. So we're under no illusions and we take a lot of respect into this game, he said. Central to the plan for the game would be learning lessons the Crusaders had exposed in last weekend's derby game in Christchurch. Hammett said defensively the Highlanders had not stayed in the fight as long as they would have liked. But there were aspects that were satisfying, including denying the Crusaders' fast ball, good line breaks and attacks.
All 5 New Zealand teams were in action for round 18 of
to achieve we did, but obviously it came down to probably not holding our line for as long as we needed to, and that cost us, particularly against a clinical side like the Crusaders, he said. It wasn't a case of wanting to play like the Crusaders, rather the Highlanders wanted to create their own game with the same desire to be clinical, but after their own fashion. The Crusaders had the strengths, especially around the structure and set piece, while the Highlanders had other strengths, he said. Hammett said he was pleased with the defensive line-out effort against the Crusaders that had negated the drive close to the line. While scrums were always tough but they had competed well, across the board we are pretty happy. Maybe we should have taken points early on when we had the opportunity, and that comes down to when we talk about being clinical, it's not so much about just the score sheet but maybe decision-making. We'll always back our leaders if they want to have a crack when they feel like they have put the wood on them. Sometimes when you're on the field you know the feeling, so maybe we didn't get the decision right but we did later on in the half, he said. Overall he was pleased with the defensive effort and said there had only been a couple of occasions where gaps had been left open and the Crusaders had been clinical enough to take them. They took the penalties and built scoreboard pressure, so we weren't far off, but as I have said we have got to be better to achieve the ultimate, he said.
Round 1, 8, produced another week of spectacular